So I think we are live now. Hi everyone and welcome. We'll be starting in just a few moments as we wait for more attendees to join. And in the meanwhile, I would love to give you a quick overview of today's session. We'll be discussing how traditional brands like Triumph are adapting to the AI revolution, and we'll explore the opportunities it brings and the challenges these brands are facing. I'm especially excited today that our guest is someone with deep expertise in driving digital transformation strategies that enhance business growth, particularly in the B2B wholesale and e commerce. And she'll be sharing firsthand insights on implementing AI to drive change and innovation. This session will be interactive, so if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat at any point. And now I see there are more people joining, so let's get started. Again, hi everyone, and welcome to the second session of our AI and e-commerce talks webinar series. My name is Svetlana. I'm the founder and CEO of Pixyle.ai, and I'm thrilled to have you all here today. For those of you joining us for the first time, this webinar series goes into the transformative impact of AI and e-commerce, showcasing real-world application and experts' insights from industry leaders. Today we have a special guest from Triumph, a brand that has been a leader in lingerie and shapewear since 1886. So this is amazing. I think not for many brands we can use the year starting from 18. And today we'll explore their journey, its approach to innovation, and basically how AI is helping shape the future of fashion retail. So I suggest we start with a few short introductions and dive into discussion right after. And at the end, we'll leave 15 minutes for questions from the audience. So please feel free to ask any questions again regarding the topic and add them in the chat. So let me start with a quick intro. As I said, I'm Svetlana, founder and CEO at Pixyle.ai, and I'm the host for today. I have a technical background in artificial intelligence, and I'm always so passionate to talk on this topic. I completed my PhD in AI at the University of Amsterdam in 2016, and this was way before AI was this popular. And I founded Pixel AI 2 years later in 2018 with a goal to make online shopping and product discovery super easy. I'm also guilty of being a very passionate online shopper myself, and I felt the pain of poor filtering and bad searches on online e-commerce shops, which is something that I knew AI can help with. And I must say, I've been so fortunate to work with artificial intelligence in the past 15 years and witnessed the amazing progress that is happening. So, for everyone listening and wondering if AI is just a hype, buzzword, or if it really works, I will for sure say that the hype is for a reason. What AI can do today is just amazing. In a way, we've created a new intelligence to coexist with us and help us in so many ways. And I really want to stress out that it's here to help us in so many ways because there are a lot of stories around AI. And today we will discuss more about in the topic on how established brands are adapting to the AI revolution and changing and improving their operations, and what are the challenges they're facing along the way. So that's enough for me. I would really like to introduce our special guest for today, Marzena. She's head of B2B operations at Triumph. And we've been working together with Marzena for, I think it's almost a
One,
year.
yeah.
Yes. And I must say that she's one of a very special lady, very open-minded and forward-looking visionary. And I think we can all learn so much from her. So, Marjana, welcome, and please introduce yourself and tell us more about your background.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Marzena Lukasiak. I am super excited to be with you here today and share my insight about digital transformation and how AI is going to reshape the way how we operate in today's world. I have more than 15 years experience already in sales process digitalization, e-commerce. So I had the opportunity to actually witness and lead some of those changes firsthand. I started on the technology side, but right now migrated to the business structure, because I truly believe that the real transformation start with business processes and business ideas. And like in general, we can say that I'm delivering solution to address business problems or challenges that we are facing. I'm already 3 years at Triumph, being responsible for driving B2B operation transformation with implementation of digital tools. I'm located in Warsaw, in Poland, but being responsible for our European organization. Thank
Yeah.
you very much for having me.
Yes, of course. I'm so excited for our chat, Marzena, and you have so much to share. So I'm really looking forward to it. Well, let me start with the first question. I know that Triumph has such a rich history in lingerie and shapewear, and you've been the leader in the industry again since 1886. So can you tell us more about what's contributed to Triumph longevity and success across the years?
So yes, we have a very long tradition. Triumph has been a leader in lingerie and shapewear for over than 140 years. So it's a lot, and we build a strong brand reputation based on our quality, innovation, and also understanding women's needs. Triumph has started as a corsetry brand and grew into the major lingerie company, setting industry standards for fit, comfort, and of course style. During 20th century, we also played a very important role in transformation of lingerie manufacturing, driven by standardizing, automation, and wide distribution. So we can definitely say that this development strengthened Triumph presence on a global lingerie market. I also strongly believe that Triumph is a perfect example of the company that successfully transitioned from product economy to the experience economy that we are live in today. Delivering not only beautiful product, but as well offering our customers possibility to feel stylish, comfortable, and of course supported.
Yeah. Well, there are two very important things you mentioned. First is understanding women, right? So really knowing your target audience, but also what you mentioned is, being in a way transformative, right? Adapting to new ways of production. So in a way, Triumph has embraced technology along the line, and this is very important to stay in the game. And as you said, like now you moved from product based to experience, and and there's so much you can help with experience with the technology as well, right? And you have implemented so many solutions. So, and I think that's really important. So really good to see that Triumph is a forward looking brand. But I think you also share with me the culture and everybody being in the team open minded, like yourself, is so important, I believe.
Yes, definitely. And like also, I think that the ability to listen to those, like, I would say, gentle signals that are indicating that the change is going to be happen
Yeah.
in the near future, and also being like constantly observing what's going on in the technology and how the also business and customer behaviors are changing, and listening to those changes. So that's the ability to actually quickly adapt to the ever-changing market.
Yes. Well, you've seen so many changes, happening in e-commerce and retail. So, what would you say is the biggest shifts you witnessed in your career so far?
I think that the most important change that happened is actually related to the industry 4.0 and internet accessibility. And of course, that drives the quick growth of e-commerce and making actually e-commerce a major channel for product discovery, brand engagement, and also purchasing. Today, 24% of share of this channel. So I think that this is the major driver of the changes that we experience over last 20 years. 20 years ago, actually having an online presence was a differentiator.
Yeah.
And today, according to the statistic, more than 70% of businesses is done online. So it means that being online is actually not a differentiator any longer. We need to be visible in this online world. This is also the way how we right now experiencing such a huge competition. So being
Yeah.
visible with our products, making easier for our customers to search for our products, that's a very important thing. So during that time, actually, so the general digitalization not only related to e-commerce, but actually the digitalization of the whole supply chain also increase the speed of the changes within the industry. So I strongly believe that right now we are moving towards more innovative way of addressing our customers' needs. We need to be focused on those customers' needs and delivering content that will make deliver very, I would say, rich experience for our consumers.
Yeah. So yeah, that's great to hear because you're such a, let's say, traditional and old brand. So moving from the physical stores to online has been the most transformational. And as you say, there's big competition. So including digital solutions and also creating content which is goes online, and in a way, helping your customers choose and be more educated is so important, right?
Yes, definitely. And like also we as a manufacturer, we know our products very well and those features of those products. But like those traditional brands, so focus on product quality, product fit,
Yeah.
it's like in lingerie, it's like from my point of view, very technological construction actually industry, because there's a lot of different features that at the end resulting the perfect fit
Yeah.
that we are offering to our customers. So how to translate this message and how to translate the
Yeah.
story about those products, this innovation that the product development team is delivering each season into the message visible and present in online reality, and also being understandable to our customers at the end, because we need to address the specified customer consumer needs. I would like to find a bra with good support, and
Yes.
bra like supporting me because I love running, yeah, and I would like to be cared during this running exercise. So from my point of view, it's a very huge challenge for brands. Our amazing e-commerce team excels in content delivery, but definitely we are looking for options to automate the way how they are operating, because this is also causing a lot of manual work to put a huge product catalog into many languages, because we are present globally in many languages, and make this in a very tight go-to-market calendar. That's a major
Yeah.
challenge that fashion brands are facing with the
Yeah.
content creation.
Yeah, well, definitely. So you mentioned technology and you mentioned competitiveness. How do you think that technology has helped Triumph stay competitive, let's say, in this space?
So I'm always cautious when attributing success to technology, because like from my point of view, like the real transformation start with people and business processes. So first we have this idea how we could speed up, how we could potentially use technology to increase our productivity, increase our efficiency, how
Yeah.
to automate tasks, and how to take the best from the technology and provide space to people for focus on really complex tasks. So from my point of view, the key lies in adapting technology by smart people who are utilizing it through delivering at the end concrete business results. So we are definitely taking advantage from technology implementation. My team is the best example of it because we are responsible for driving innovation, driving in digitalization into our business processes. We are responsible for digitalization of B2B operation. So we are constantly looking for possible options how we could utilize technology to at the end boost effectiveness of our teams.
Yes, that's great to hear. And Marjana, I know that you recently started also exploring AI solutions and thinking about how AI can help. Can you tell us, why actually Triumph started thinking about this, and what was the reasoning behind?
So I strongly believe that AI is actually a disruptive technology. And why? Yes, even like a few years ago, so machine learning, deep learning isn't new, definitely. But actually, what we are experiencing right now is the accessibility of this technology to everyone. So the massive amount of new tools that are like, I would say, popping up very quickly, delivering different possibilities. So from my point of view, it's like we cannot pretend that nothing going on. I remember the machine learning conference I was participating 3 years ago, and I was impressed by the trained human avatar. 1.5 year later, I created such an avatar in just a few minutes, and this avatar was able to speak many languages using my voice and facial mimics. So I strongly believe that the revolution is right now happening, and we need to explore this technology to not stay behind. This is a train, and we need to catch this train, because later on, if we will wait, it will be much more difficult to get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I think as well. So great to hear you say that. And I know that you recently also started working with Pixel AI for product data enrichment. Can you please share a bit more about the project and yeah, what you've been doing as a team?
Yes, of course. And the initial need was simple. We started this exploration, I think, around 1 year ago. The need was mostly driven by the need of finding a good tool that could support us with product data enrichment for our B2B e-commerce platform. We wanted enrich product content with synonyms and additional product attributes to increase feature search for our platform. So in general, improving the search engine that we implemented last year. And why we started investigation on the possible tools and actually had a first meeting with Pixel AI, we recognized that actually we can achieve much more than initially expected. We can enrich product data wider and with many additional attributes in a very, very easy way, and also address not only needs of our B2B e-commerce platform, but as well for other channels. So that's the reason why we started project with the aim of enriching, creating metadata for products to later to later on use this data for searchability and product filtering, and actually increasing conversion for the e-commerce channels.
Yeah, that's great. Can you share a bit more about the process of, let's say, making a decision of what AI tool to use? Then, regarding the collaboration with Pixel, what actually has you liked so far, and what kind of success you've seen?
So, like we started first, of course, we are usually starting with some investigation. What kind of possible tools we have on the market?
Yeah.
Then we found Pixel AI and requested for the invitation and the first demo of the system. We analyzed that this tool suits to our needs the best, and then we started exploring what is actually behind the technology that you are offering, and based on this we evaluated, okay, so this is the scope of the project that we could possibly have, this is the result that we could possibly achieve as the final result of this project. It wasn't easy because always when we are starting with AI and with technology, we don't really know and we don't know what is behind. And it's very difficult, especially for AI projects, to predict the final result of the project. So we
Yeah.
started, I would say, recognizing the potential, and based on the collaboration with Pixel AI team, going step by step into the definition what will be the final result, what is our real need, and how we could possibly get to this need. For Pixel AI, lingerie was at that moment completely new category. So we together with the team built the whole taxonomy related to the lingerie products. It also took us some time because it seems to be very simple category, but believe me, there is a lot of features of underwear. So it wasn't so easy to find a common ground for categorization, creating the right taxonomy, and later on building the rules to at the end achieve the result that we have today.
Yeah, yeah, that's great to hear. And regarding, let's say, the work with Pixel and product data enrichment, and you mentioned AI, have you seen some initial results in terms of efficiency and how your team is creating product data?
Yes, that's definitely like this is the reason why after a small POC we decided to go to the first phase and then reaching first collection. So we see the most I would say benefit that we see right now is operational efficiency. So we are able to create product data in a very fast and easy way. We are still careful, so checking the correctness of the data by people to make sure that at the end we will deliver the good quality content, to also not hurt our amazing brand with not really check data. So definitely we are checking everything what is right now produced by the machine, and we are also, so the process of checking the data is right now much faster. So we are able to save time with the creation of product content because we are only checking and proofreading. We are not creating this from scratch.
Yeah.
So that's the one I would say big benefit that we achieved. The second one is that improvement of data correction. When we started, and also like we started with some assortment, later on we increased the number of assortments that right now we are analyzing and reaching product content for. So we learned that some assumptions that we had at the beginning were correct the concrete assortment, but we knew new assortment it's changing. So that was also the amazing path to learn for both of us and Pixel AI team as well. And also like I'm super grateful to the Pixel AI team for being with us in this process when we learn how to properly define product categorization, what kind of rules will give us an expected result at the end.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear. So, if I understand well, basically, it also helped you. You know, when you start thinking about AI and implementing it, you start thinking more about the strategy and rules, right? And then, okay, how can we improve the, let's say, the top picture, and then AI does the work. So, in a way, also your team got together and built and improved the taxonomy, and then this was translated to the Pixel team to start adapting, and they've been flexible, right? Like with all the data that you have, you needed to be created.
Yeah, I think that it's very important with AI implementation projects to have this partnership and
Yeah.
flexibility for both sides, because it's really very difficult to predict the final result at the beginning. Yeah, so this more agile approach when we are defining some goals, achieving, learning based on that, making refinement, and trying once again with improve result is very important. So as you mentioned, at first we had to create some business rules how that products, the group of products will be categorized and later on and unified across organization. That's also a very important thing. And then use the technology for do the manual work instead of us. So
Yeah.
still this, I would say, human capability is very, very important. And this the work that my team did up front, we finally started achieving good result, was amazing. And they did a really great job with defining, analyzing, collecting
Yeah.
information from the whole organization, analyzing the needs of different stakeholders, later on benefiting from the product, that the product content that we will finally create. So that was a process.
Yes.
Right now I can say that I think successful process, and this flexibility and also listening to the needs of each other is very important.
Yes, yeah, that's great to hear. And Marjana, have you seen some numbers so far? Because you mentioned like the efficiency and that there's still some manual checking. Like, how accurate is AI for product data, and what is the percentage of the data that your team has corrected?
Yeah, so at the beginning it was 83 or even below. Right now we have 87 as a result. So 87% of data is not corrected by the team. Yeah, so of course there's this learning path that I mentioned, that we started with, like later on corrected some rules because we recognize that the result based on the taxonomy that we created is not resulting the
Yeah.
expected outcome. So I still I believe that we will achieve even better result at the end. I'm assuming that I would like to be somewhere in 95. That would be my, I think, ambition to reach such a correctness. And I believe this is possible. This is like also related to the training of the model
Yeah.
that we are building. So there's like also some patience needed
Yeah.
in this process, because okay, so sometimes when we were receiving at some moment result, oh my god, it was yeah, it's so much to fix. Yeah, and later on, yeah, we took the lesson and next time implement proper rules, calibrate the model by your team, and the results were much better. So frequent meetings, we set up a meetings on a weekly basis. So the team did like really enormous work behind this implementation, and finally working together, we providing business insight, and the team translating this business insight into the proper model calibration, resulted that right now we are speed like we are doing this much faster than at the beginning, and the time savings is enormous. Yeah, because if we are only correcting this 13% of product data, then the rest is done totally automatically.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear. 87% you're currently, so only 13% is being corrected, and the goal is to get to 95%. So that's a really good goal. Okay, I think my light. Okay, here's it again. Okay, so that's great to hear. And as you say, it's just a process, is learning process. And I really liked one metaphor that a client used, that you need to look at AI as your junior colleague, right? Like it starts with you, and then just like as you need to work with your junior colleague, and train and learn along the way, this is actually how you need to look at AI. It needs to be corrected, validated, and then in time it will learn, of course, together with the help of the team providing the AI services.
Yeah, perfect expression. Yeah, so from my point of view, it's exactly how it's working.
Yeah.
And also, what I noticed sometimes we are lacking data to get the final result because in this case we are using
Mhm.
image recognition. So we recognize, okay, but we do not have all of the details on our images. Maybe we need to somehow also calibrate the process that we have
Yeah.
to achieve even better result because of course without the proper data there's not possible to get a proper output at the end. So we are learning, and I would say we have a appetite for more
Yes.
in this case.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So basically, as you say, AI needs to adapt to us, but also we need to adapt to AI, right? Like if we want to have the best result, also improve the processes or images or extra data. So yeah, but yeah, I see some questions popping up. So maybe we can take one question. I see the first one is related to what we are discussing, and it says, where were there any unexpected challenges in adopting AI at Triumph? And how did you overcome them?
Maybe those challenges were not unexpected because it's like when we are starting with completely new technology, we
Yeah.
always should expect that it will not be an easy path to get there. I would say the first thing that the business case and like getting budget. So this is, I would say, usual challenge to get an approval for the technology that maybe
Yeah.
is not so well defined, and we do not have so many benchmarks to evaluate at the end what will be the final result and what kind of benefit we will bring to the organization. So that was definitely the process of convincing people that it's worth to start with this technology and we will get at the end benefit. So we decided that we will start like step by step, also collaborating with you, making the agreement
Yeah.
flexible for us to in case we would like decide, okay, but it's not going into the direction that we will achieve business result, we have this flexibility to stop the project. So that was definitely one thing what was challenge at the beginning, and later on the process of collecting the whole data and preparing the data and defining the expected outcome here, because we need to somehow express what we would like to get, what kind of data output from the machine. So that was also a huge work. It took us much longer than expected because we thought that we will do this in 4 weeks initially, and it took us, I think, 3 months. Yeah, so
Yeah.
a little bit longer than expected. Like, but this with this agile approach, we learn on the path a lot, and yeah, so finally got the expected result.
Yeah, well, that's very important, collaborating and working until you get the model to work for your data points, for your taxonomy, exactly for your needs and the keywords. What you mentioned, we also see as a challenge is that you need to embrace uncertainty with AI sometimes, right?
Yes.
And I think it's great that, the business case and the stakeholders, they were all very open-minded in this case because, okay, let's do a test. If the results are good, then the potential is huge, right? You're optimizing, you're saving time, but there can also be ways that you don't see value, and there's a small risk that this can happen. So also staying open-minded and doing experimentation and creating a business case is definitely very important and a challenge.
Yeah, and that also it's very important what you mentioned, having this support from organization and having in organization people who are open minded and they are seeing the potential and they are creating this space for experimentation and giving the try. Okay, so let's take a try. Let's see what kind of result we will have, even though there is a risk. Yeah, because always with the new technology, there is a huge risk behind, and we need to be able to start small usually, and try and improve later on to, of course, decrease the cost of potential risk. Because like if we are not able to recognize quickly that the technology is not going to bring us value, then we are facing problems. I remember an amazing example with Walmart. Actually, they created the robot scanner to substitute the humans checking the inventory in the shop, and
Yeah.
the cost of this robot was so high, and later on cost of maintenance this, and there were no possible option to reduce actually cost of people, because they were on the store making or delivering different tasks on top. So they finally resigned from this
Yeah.
technology, because the cost of it was not bringing real value, and they didn't achieve savings. Yeah,
Yes.
so starting with this business outcome, defining the business outcome, and being sure and clear about the expected business result, that's also very important. And I think that we should start with defining, okay, but what kind of real business value we will achieve with the realization of this process. Because sometimes, like,
Mhm.
we love our babies, yeah, so
Yes.
when we are creating something, and AI technology is super fancy, so just in case of delivering, we are doing this for having this AI implementation. It's not going to work, definitely.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
always have to be a business case behind to make sure that we are moving into the right direction.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. The technology is only a tool, but actually, what are the results that it will bring is the most important. And I think that is kind of connection with the next question we got. So maybe we can go into that one. When integrating AI into your workflows, what key metrics or indicators do you use to measure its impact? And have there been any standout results so far? I think we mentioned some regarding the efficiency, but yeah, if you want to address the question. Uh,
Yeah, so we are defining, always when creating business case, usually we are defining the like measure how we are going to verify whether we are moving into the right direction or not. So the aim right now for us is to get process efficiency. So we would like to speed up with content, product content creation, and this is our goal. So we are measuring whether we are improving with this content creation when that would be delivered in a old-fashioned way with the technology, and based on this comparison, this is a good indication whether we are moving into the right direction or not. Of course, this data accuracy, it's a good measure for evaluating the result and evaluating the path also, whether we are improving, because we need to constantly monitor such a project to make sure that what we are producing, the result that we are producing and the direction that we are going in is the right one. Yeah, so all the calibration that we are making, they can improve, but they can also destroy the current model. Yes, so we could actually go into not the expected direction.
Yes, yes, I understand. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, and I think we still have some other metrics to measure, right? It starts with efficiency, and then the next tests are regarding conversion and sales. Because with improved data, we expect the SEO will grow, the product discovery and search will be improved as well.
Yes, exactly. So, like, the ultimate goal for us is to increase our visibility in online channels. So, and that would be the next stage that we are planning to do this year, to have check of this data that we are producing with the usage of, like, with extensive usage of what we
Yeah.
have currently. Because of course, some of the data that we are producing right now, it's covering what we already have and was produced manually, and on top what we have currently, like for example search terms or optimized product titles. Those are new, this is a completely new data, and we will
Yeah.
verify the result of it. And here, once again, we will have the same process, because based on the feedback, we will calibrate to better to improve those titles and those search terms to better align line with business needs. Yeah, so
Mhm.
what we collect as a data set analytics from online platforms.
Yeah. So basically, what you said now is that half of the data that Pixel AI is generating is what you had before, and half of it is new. So basically, in a way, you improved your efficiency by over 80%, but you also get double data that would help, right? So twice more data and much faster.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so we were able to enrich and improve the process at the end.
Yes. Okay, great. Thanks, Marzena, for answering this question. We have another one from the audience. So I will read it. So it says that thank you for sharing your experience and thoughts process, Marzena. And I assume that in due time you will not have in place manual quantity checks validation for 100% of your assortment. How are you planning to avoid quality issues moving forward? That is one question. And then keeping part of your people allocating to sampling and quality checks? Or do you also plan to automate that part, going for an AI powered system or a different alternative?
So I think that we cannot avoid this quality check in our setup. So
Yeah.
we would like to optimize, but definitely still checking. Um, yes, my dream is that we are just pressing the button and then everything is amazing and we have a perfect result. But we have in our process, so we are checking. We are checking all of the data, even its data is delivered. We are making a proofreading for that to make sure that at the end we have a high quality. So definitely, maybe when we will be finally with this 95%, we will not like check each product, but definitely at least scroll those products and
Mhm.
verify what is the result of it. Yeah, we need to have those checks.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I really like, how AI is being, positioned now is as a co-pilot, right? Like still people and humans are in the pilot seat, and we are leading the charge. And then AI is here as a co-pilot, doing the work, but then we still check it. And I think that's also a nice way to put it. That as long as we are in the pilot seat, I think it's really really good.
Yeah, yeah, and we have like also this hallucination of from models. Yeah, so we are checking constantly whenever it's something produced by with usage of AI. We have this quality check, and finally, like for example, whenever we are like making some content creation, always verifying what is the final result and avoiding mistakes. I think that finally the technology will improve, so we will find the possible options how to improve this problem with some mistakes. And like I think this will happen actually in few next year, so that this problem will be finally solved. So I think that there is a vision of having this process fully automated. We are not yet there, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. And I think like what we've noticed in working with you that Triumph is very careful about what is going out there online and also very true to the details, right? Your taxonomy has been very extensive, and you really want to provide the best data to your customers, because at the end also good data is connected with returns, right? Like if you don't explain the product well, if you don't go into the details very specific with lingerie, then you might get higher returns. So I think that's one of the reasons why you really want high quality data.
Yeah, and also this quality, this I would say love to quality is in our DNA.
Mhm.
So I think that each of us is thinking about that, and yeah, making always decisions to still having good quality control and check
Yeah,
before publishing the data.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, great. How do you see Triumph innovating in the future with the new technologies coming up?
Yeah, so actually, AI is offering a lot of new options. Yeah, so AI is not only giving us possibility to generate product content, but actually the whole product design process can be digitalized with some suggestions from AI, analyzing data much faster about trends, what customers like. So that would be the first implementation from my point of view. The second thing, how to speed up with product data creation, not only data but also design, product data, product design and prototyping.
Yeah.
With reduction of samples, so we are moving into the more sustainable practices as well, analyzing and also verifying the data about the customer demand to evaluate proper inventory for different styles that we are offering. So I see a lot of potential. This year we have a plan to start with agents, also supporting
Oh,
with us with some operations. I strongly believe that this is a very interesting future ahead of us, and we will definitely explore this technology.
yeah. Well, it's great to see that Triumph is such a forward-looking brand and is always innovating. And I think at the beginning that's why we said it's one of the reasons for keep on thriving even since the 1886. What advice would you give for to other brands or retailers starting to think about implementing AI? Where should they start from?
So I think that it's good first to define some real business problems that can be possibly addressed with AI technology. That would be the first starting point because, like I mentioned about this real business case and the real business value that should be delivered with AI. So recognizing those business case that business problems that can be addressed with AI technology, and later on having interviews. It's like from my point of view much easier to start with third party providers from for different technology, and right now we have many companies, many startups offering a solution dedicated to concrete application of AI, yeah, because it's like very differentiated market right now. And so to decrease this cost of implementation, because it's
Yeah.
always cheaper to start with ready to use tool than actually build the model from scratch. So I think that's the simplest way. And also working on change, organizational change and mindset change as well, because even I noticed like some resistance at the beginning, being little close to this technology, because I like to know the technology very well when I'm starting with it. Yeah, so when I feel an expert, then okay, I'm ready for starting with this technology. And I
Yeah.
think that with AI it's not possible to know everything, and it's not possible to answer okay how it's working. Sometimes we just need to trust, and we need to create this space for experimentation, to try with the technology, check result, and decide whether we are moving forward, or actually also sometimes we need to be brave enough to say no, it's not the case that will bring us value. And
Yeah.
then not crying about
Yes.
such a project, failed project.
Yeah, it's trial and error.
Yeah.
And what you mentioned, I completely agree. You say it starts with the mindset and being open. And I really, like this saying that, digitalization, it doesn't start with the technology, it starts with the people. People embracing change and embracing the technology and being open minded to it. Okay, well, I would say we have no more questions. Also, no more questions from my side. It was really, really nice listening to you, Marzena, and also, having share all this knowledge with everyone. I hope everyone in the audience find it useful. How you can start thinking about AI, creating a business case, and also doing experimentation. So start with trial and error, but also being very engaged. Work with the team who is providing AI, with your vendor, to adapt and also in a way move it from a junior to a more experienced colleague.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for having me today. It was
Yes.
amazing pleasure.
Yes, of course. And of course, everybody that is listening, if you ever want to chat about Pixel AI and the product data, yeah, feel free to book a call. I'll be happy to join the team. I'm always very excited to talk about the topic of AI. So feel free to connect and ask questions. Thanks everyone for joining, and thanks again, Marzena, for sharing your insights.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.